Hey yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Jesse. I'm coming to you today with another video. Today I want to talk about the top 5 reasons I absolutely love the Philippines. Now there are obviously going to be more than 5 reasons why I like the Philippines. You know, the great food, the people, blah, 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 blah. We'll get into all that. But there are more than 5 reasons for me loving the Philippines. However, today I'd like to talk about the top 5 reasons. I've done videos like this before. I kind of want to revisit them and talk about how things have changed, especially now that I've been more committed to building up a house here and I'm about to move to Manila for a condo, whatnot. Right now I live in the province, and probably when I get to Manila, things might be different. I might talk about how things are different then. But for today, the top 5 reasons. So before I get into the video, guys, if you like this video and all the other videos that I do, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, because you liking and subscribing is the best way to support the videos that I create, and it helps me to continue to make these videos for you in the future. All right, reason number 1. Obviously for me, the main reason I like the Philippines is because my fiance is from here. Of course, I'm gonna like the Philippines because of that, because it's nice to be here and be with her. Her family is fun to be around. It's just a good time. The Philippines is where she lives. I don't know how else to put it. That's the number 1 reason why I like the Philippines. My fiance lives here. I guess maybe if she lived in Thailand, I would be in Thailand right now. If she lived in England, I don't know about England. Sorry, people from England, but it's that bit cold for me there. A little bit too cold. I can't handle that. But you get the point. Y'all get the point that I'm trying to make. Top reason, right here in the Philippines. She's here, came here the first time in September of 2023, and I went back to the USA in November of 2023, and then in July of 2024, last year, 4th of July, I landed in Manila, here in the Philippines, and I have not been back since. I love it here. It's great, it's fun. My fiance, she doesn't have a passport, so if I go somewhere, she's stuck here and I don't want to deal with that. Y'all know how that can be. Just so y'all know, Filipinos can be a little bit jealous, so a little bit possessive. So if I wanted to travel outside of the Philippines, I might want to help her get her passport first, and we'll go to places like Thailand and Vietnam and most of the places where neither of us need a visa, you know, blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, reason number 2, the people. From what I have noticed in the Philippines, the people here are very nice. They're very friendly. They love to talk. That's a great thing. That's a great thing about the people here. They love to talk, and many of them can speak English, and they can speak English very, very good. You can go out in the street. I'll be out in the street walking, get my morning walk in or my evening walk in, or you know, something like that. People are always like, good morning, good evening. They're smiling, they're happy. I've had people invite me over to drink Red Horse with them. I don't do it. I don't like to drink with random people I don't know, unless somebody else is with me. You know, like I said, that stuff is a little sketchy, at least for me. Now, they probably don't mean anything by it, but for me, that just, I can't. But yeah, the people are so friendly. They're so kind, especially my fiance's family. Man, these guys, they love to party, love to have a good time, love to laugh, love to joke. And it's interesting because things are so bad here when it comes to money. You all know, especially my American friends who have read up on the Philippines and stuff, and my Filipino friends, obviously, viewers, you all know how bad the financial situation is here in the Philippines. People don't have a lot of money. They just don't. And that's sad. And I hate that. I hate that so much. I don't like seeing that happen. I don't like seeing people going without a lot of money. It's really hard to do. But somehow, those same people, life can be terrible. You know, they barely have any food, but they still smile. There's always a smile. There's always a happiness that they have, that it's kind of hard for us Westerners to understand. I understand it a little bit because I grew up very, very poor, well below poverty level. So I kind of understand it a little bit. I gained a optimistic outlook on life during that, I guess, to try to keep me sane. And I see that a lot with the Filipinos here. Things are bad, but somehow they're smiling. And when I go to a Filipino place, like my fiance's family or one of her friends or something, they don't have a lot of money. They don't have a lot of food, but somehow they find a way to give food to feed the guests. And for everything I always hear people say about Filipinos using white people for money, I've never really felt that with my fiance's family, especially her dad. We was going to build her dad and her mom a house. And instead, he said, don't just fix up this thing they call housing. It's like in America, it would be like the government provided housing for people who don't have money. Except it's really small here. The housing is really, really small. It's like 2 rooms. Or 2 or 3 rooms. And he said, don't build a whole new house, just fix that up for us, and that is good enough. And it blew my mind, because who's going to turn down a whole ass house just for it to live in just a small little simple place? And we said okay, and we got it built. We got a few more things we're going to do, and we're going to actually move some of our stuff into their place for them to have when we move to Manila, especially our big ass bed and this aircon that we can't really, it's too big. I don't know how to get it. I don't know how to get it on an airplane. I don't know what they want me to do. Well, what do they want from me? But yeah, especially from her dad, I don't feel anything like that from him. Her uncle, the same way. Let's see. My fiance took those somewhere. We'll have to edit this out because I don't know what the hell I'm doing anymore. Well, my fiance took the shorts somewhere, but 2 days ago, I was with my aunt, not my aunt. 2 days ago, I was with my fiance's family, especially her uncles. We were drinking, having a good time. It was my time to relax before I start this week off and start knocking out some of this crazy homework I was doing. And plus, her cousin just turned 18, so it's a special day for her. So I wanted to make sure I was there for that. But he didn't ask me to buy food. He didn't ask me to buy. I already bought alcohol, but he didn't ask me to buy it. And they gave us food. They had plenty of food to eat. And he also I come and sit down. He goes, I got a gift for you. I was like, what? He just walks away, comes back in with a backpack and pulls out a pair of shorts that fit me, which is amazing because, I'm a bigger guy and Filipinos are not that big. So he was able to find me some shorts, got them, and he got it for me for a gift. I don't feel like my fiance's family is doing anything like that to use me. And I get it. I hear what people are saying. They're saying that a lot of Filipinos are just using foreigners for money or for this or for that. I don't feel that. I have a lot of reasons to believe that's not how it is. But yeah, that's why I love the people here. The people here have always been nice to me. I've never felt like I've been used, at least not with the Filipino I'm with now and her family. And they're always smiling and they're always happy. It reminds me of my personality. I fit in great with the Filipinos because I'm always happy. I'm always smiling. I'm always having a good time. And relaxing. I stress out a lot. So when I'm hanging out with people, it's nice to just relax, to chill, and have a good time. And I noticed that with the Filipinos. So that's something that you'll absolutely love, especially if you're an American and you grew up in places where you become more extroverted. You'll love it here. Because the people here, at least with me, they have been very extroverted. But I've blended in pretty good. From the very first time I got here, I've been talkative, I've been happy, I've been smiling. I've been able to give off the same energy that they give me. Reason number 3, the food. I do like the food here. And actually, it's the Filipino food that made me like rice. I don't like rice normally. I hate rice. And that's something you have to get used to, though, is rice with every meal. The reason I started liking rice is because some of the dishes they make, especially things like adobo, and I'm blanking on what it's called, but I absolutely love it. It's spicy. Well, I can't remember what it's called, but I know adobo's one, sinigang one. Those are great dishes, and even by themselves, I can eat them all by themselves. That'd be great. But what I like to do is I like to take some of that food, some of those dishes, and put them on top of the rice. Now, I know that's not what Filipinos do. I have a little trouble eating rice by itself. So it's nice to have that food on top of the rice, pat it down a little bit. When you go to a restaurant, they give you a little, like a rice thing that comes out of a bowl. You get some of that food that you get, put it on top, and mash it down a little bit and eat it like that. It's delicious. It's amazing. It's the only way I like rice now. I did eat rice a little bit in America, especially when I was in the Army, because we had rice. Every meal had rice with it. You could always get rice. It was always with soy sauce. And funny story, first time I ate rice here without any other thing, I had soy sauce. And my fiance and her mom and her dad and 2 of her brothers were here. They had to be because they don't have soy sauce. I'm the only person I can think of that has soy sauce. I don't remember why they were here though. But at any rate, I took the soy sauce and I just downed that rice with soy sauce and ate it. Gave it that nice salty flavor. Because when I eat rice, I don't really taste anything. But the Filipino food has made me like rice more. I know there's a lot of people who say Filipino food ain't that great. Like Indian food's better or whatever. I like Filipino food. I like how some of it's sweet, some of it can be spicy. They add in different flavors, whereas a lot of these other places, they talk about how good the food is, but then the food is only spicy. Now, I love spicy food. You guys know, I've talked about this before. I love spicy food, but it's good to have some variety. It's good to have something that might be spicy. It's good to have something that might be sweet. It's good to have something that might be savory. And you get that in the Philippines. You get that a lot. And that's why I enjoy the food here, because of reasons like that. Reason number 4, the weather. I love the weather here. Now, my fiance hates the weather. My fiance is the one that wanted the aircon, not me. She hates the heat. I love the heat. In the States, you know, I lived in Kentucky. Winter comes around, it gets cold. It gets so cold. I hate it. When I was in the military and I was in Georgia, it was in January. It's right before Russia attacked Ukraine, because about a month later, we were shipped off to Germany to make sure Russia didn't attack Poland or Germany. But it was in January, and we had to do training. It was like, I think it was a week, maybe 2 weeks of training. I don't remember exactly how long it was. It was out in the snow. It was so cold. I hated it. I had my boots on and all that. Still, my feet got cold. Then my socks got wet and cold. Problem with that is that it can seriously damage you can damage your skin cells and body from that. But I ignored it, because I had one of my sergeants was not very empathetic toward that. So I ignored it because I didn't want to deal with that person complaining. Well, it got to the point, I finally had feeling back, but my toes went numb for over a year. My toes were numb. Not all my toes, just some of them. And it was just at the tip. For over a year, I could not feel anything. And that's why I just can't stand the cold. Everybody's always like, just put on more layers. What the fuck are you talking about? It's still cold as hell out here. I don't want to put on more layers. When I walk around, I'd like to walk around in comfort, and it's not comfortable wearing a whole bunch of clothes. It's so uncomfortable. The heat, there's only so much you can do to stop that too. But for some reason, my body can just handle the heat better. I'm able to take on heat a lot better than I am the cold. And I drink a lot of water, so maybe that's part of the reason why. I loved Arizona, the desert. But here in the Philippines, it's hot, it's humid. That's the only issue I have with it, is that it is humid, but it feels nice. It's not cold. The only time I get cold is when I walk in this damn room. I even have the living area blocked off from the aircon so I can sit in there and not get cold. That's how much I hate the cold. I love being outside here when it's sunny and enjoying the weather, enjoying the heat, enjoying the warmth of the sun. That's just what I like to do. So the weather here is amazing. I'm going to do another video on the top 5 reasons why I have problems with the Philippines. And one of those reasons will also be the weather, but it'll be for a totally different reason. It won't be because of the heat. But so stay tuned for that one. That one will come out soon. And finally, guys, reason number 5. Number 5, everybody talks about it. You should probably already know what it is. It's last on the list, and I haven't said it yet. For us Americans who have some kind of pension coming in, or who have a business that they can run and they can move out of the USA, the cost of living in the Philippines is so much less. That is a huge reason why there is a lot of foreigners that are coming to the Philippines, because the cost of living, it's cheap. I have this apartment here, and it cost me $4K a month. 4K peso. That's less than $80 a month. That's not to say that Filipinos have it easy just because it's cheap. Like I said before, it's still hard on the Filipinos. Things are so cheap because if it was as expensive as it is in America, Filipinos wouldn't be able to live. They would die. They're not able to make enough money to live like that. I'm doing okay. I'm doing good. But it's because I have a pension and a business outside of the Philippines that brings in US dollars. And that helps me a lot. Let's just say I get around a little over $3,000 a month in US dollar. That's what, like I think it's like 170, 180,000 in peso. For me, I could live, it's so easy to live here comfortably. And I've actually got lawyers who might be helping me get more. I don't know, because of some things that have happened. I could live here really comfortably. That doesn't mean the Filipinos do. Filipinos go through a lot that they can't control. They don't have that control. You know, people say, well, work. You just got to work. They do work. The Filipino people work hard. They work really hard for what they got, but they just don't get paid a lot. And when they have a business like a store or something, they can't sell their stuff for a lot of money because people don't have the money to pay for something that's too expensive. They just don't. But for me, personally, the cost of living is good. And that's the fifth reason, the final reason why I like the Philippines. And that's it, guys. That's all I really got to say. I guess one of the lessons I could say to take away from this would be, I live a good, decent life here, but I don't live to the point where I show off. I dress really modestly, very simply. The most expensive thing I have is my sunglasses. And that's it. This shirt, not very expensive. I paid like $5 for this, $5 US. Same with the shorts. The cap, I paid maybe 10, 20, not even that, probably 10 US dollars. I don't like to show off what I have. So I guess the lesson to learn would be, if you come to the Philippines, don't be a show off. Just come and enjoy yourself. Don't put yourself above other people. Don't pretend that you're this big, coolest person because you have money. Money does not make you good. It does not make you bad. It will amplify what you already are. If you're already good, money will make you better. If you're already bad, money will make you worse. It's going to amplify who you already are. So take that for what it's worth, okay? If you come here with a lot of money, enjoy yourself, be friendly with others, but don't put yourself above other people. All right, guys, that's it. Sorry, had to get a little serious because I just want people to know that. If y'all like the video, you know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe button. Leave me a comment down below what you think about the video. What's your favorite thing about the Philippines? I'd love to know. We can have a conversation about it. And you guys know that y'all are valuable and that you matter. God bless and peace.